Hey everybody. All right, so this is when it gets good. As you look at your wheel of life, you have an opportunity to get in touch with what's bugging you. You know, you may have been feeling kind of down, but not able to put a finger on it. Can you put a better finger on it now? Can you get a little more clarity now when you say, "Wow, of course I'm down. My life sucks. I'm not happy with anything right now." All right. I don't have any friends not nearby, or my schedule and theirs doesn't work, or I'm not prioritizing those friendships, or I had my heart broken, and of course I'm sad. Um, let's go back to the beginning of these conversations about 2020, and again, I don't know when you watch this video. As I make the video, maybe you see this video after the election, and maybe you're elated that Donald Trump won, or sad that Donald Trump won, or elated or sad that he lost, or Biden, or whatever your, you know, hopes were. Okay, that's going to affect your emotional, you know, outlook. Maybe you're unemployed, and maybe more unemployment, resources, support will come your way. So if that happened, maybe you feel better about your financials. Maybe you feel worse if it didn't come together. So many things around us will affect how you feel, and so the wheel can be more inflated or more deflated at a given period of time, at a point of time, because of just what happened. I'm watching the NBA playoffs as they go. My Lakers are still alive. I'm loving this, right? And I'm hoping that, with all due respect to, I live in Colorado, so I love the Nuggets, but not as much as my beloved Lakers. And so if my Lakers, go all the way and win, that's a lift. They fall to the Nuggets the way the Clippers did, and I'm crying in my beer. My Dodgers do well in the playoffs, win the World Series finally, I'm happier. Another disappointment, LA stands for lost again. So, if that's the case, then again, any number of things, depending on what matters to you, can affect your wheel. Okay, so maybe now you've got a little better perspective on what's bugging you. And maybe you've had some conversations with a trusted, friend, and you've been able to unpack what that is, and that feels good just to articulate, or just to, vent a little bit about, or whatever. Now, here's the two prongs of this, the two responses, the two roads you can take as you look at your will. Where you see things that are going well, categories, areas that are full, the response there should be, in my humble opinion, is gratitude. Gratitude for those who are helping your life to feel rich. Maybe you got a new job and somebody helped you, or somebody hired you. Or maybe you're in business for yourself now and you've got a new client, and you should be grateful to those clients and to those customers and to those bosses, and express it. If you're happy at home, if your home is a relative place of peace and even joy, then your loved ones should know that from you. I'm saying should in a good way. You and I need to see what's going right and express gratitude to others, to God, and maybe even a pat on the back. Hey, you may say to yourself, I've been working my tail off, and things are coming together because I've been working really hard at these relationships, or working really hard in my business, or working really hard to make the world a better place. If that's the case, then there's a place for joy and for savoring what's going right. Okay? To express your gratitude. Now, where things are not going well, then there's a place for lament. I sometimes use the words gratitude and grumbling. There's a place for grumbling and lamenting how things are, and they shouldn't be that way. So you're not happy in your marriage. You're not happy in your dating life. You're not happy with your physical health and self-care. And, I'm not wanting you to turn the fingers and point them at everybody out there. Although if somebody's a bad boyfriend, maybe you need to have a talk and maybe you need to find a better boyfriend or go solo. If things are not good in your marriage, maybe there are some conversations to have or some priorities to just. And so now comes the question: where there's dissatisfaction, is there something I can do about it? Is there something I can do to level up my situation? Is there something I can do to improve? Again, if you're not happy with your physical condition, if you don't like what you see in the mirror, it might be time for you to prioritize. This is not coming from somebody else's should. It's coming from inside you. You know what? I've been a slug. I'm laying around. I've been using COVID as an excuse, and I've become sedentary, and I need to walk the dog, or I need to do what I can at home to take care of my body and my mind. And so that's what you do with the wheel. You assess where the joy is and you give thanks and you're grateful. You assess where the pain is and you grumble, and you consider prioritizing and maybe even setting goals. This is just a matter of agency. And when you begin to reprioritize and get a healthy dissatisfaction with how things are going, you begin to gain traction and stop blaming the rest of the world for your unhappiness and taking responsibility for your happiness and your health and your impact. So in our last conversation, I'll give you some 0 practical takeaways for how you can do that, but I'd like to just leave that with you. Where are you grateful? Please express it. Where are you grumbling? What are you going to do about it? Let's talk about that in our next conversation. I'm Steve Garcia. I've Get Your Business Done Life and Leadership Coaching, and I look forward to talking to you soon.